Matt Johnson of Sportsnot joined today by Crissy Froyd, quarterback guru and an outstanding writer for Sportsnot, NBC Sports, and Sports Illustrated, who is sharing insight into KJ Jefferson, one of the rising quarterbacks for the Razorbacks. Crissy, Jefferson caught a lot of attention last year. Arkansas rising program. What do you think went into that, and what separates him from some of the other quarterbacks in this class?
Well, I think size and athleticism, I think he's absolutely unparalleled in that aspect. And there were some early points in the season that he did have some low completion percentage totals that were kind of concerning, but he worked on himself as a passer. And I think everything really started to click for him there toward the end of the season. And that's something they've continued to just improve through this offseason as well. So I think that just between his ability to evade pressure, his ability to use his legs, and just how hard he is to tackle, those are all things that really helped him last year.
Now, you had the opportunity to speak with KJ Jefferson earlier this year. What can you tell us about where he's at and some things he's been working on this offseason?
Yeah, I think he's just ready to continue proving himself. I think that he thought that Arkansas made a huge statement last year, that he caught national attention and that a lot of work went into that with just himself and the entire team in a way that no one saw coming. I mean, Arkansas has been kind of a lowly program over recent years, and I think that nobody really thought they were going to do as well as they did last year. No one thought they were going to compete and beat some of the teams that they beat last year. So I think that he wants to just continue to take the next step off of that. And then he wants to continue to show that, hey, I can throw the ball. I've gotten better at throwing the ball, and I'm going to be better this year than I was last year throwing the ball. And those are all things that I think he's capable of.
And you mentioned Arkansas. This was a team that was kind of the butt of the jokes in the SEC. People always look down on the program, but now it's really getting better. It really made huge strides this past season. What do you think the overall outlook is for Arkansas heading into 2022?
I think they're obviously going to try to make a run for the division title. That's what everyone wants to do in college sports, regardless of where you sit. I think that they have some good pieces there. I think they're a program on the up under Sam Pittman. I think a lot of things have changed there. So I think that a lot of it's going to hinge on how much can KJ Jefferson continue to improve. And he's on the right trajectory. So I think that given that, they can continue to take the next step this year.
And with those improvements, with the trajectory this program is headed in, where do you think Jefferson stands among the SEC quarterbacks coming into the fall?
I think it'd be safe to put him between third and fifth. I mean, I personally would put Bryce Young, Will Rogers, and Will Levis ahead of him, at least for now. But we've seen how much these things can change. We've seen quarterbacks ranked first in the conference that end up at the end of the season not even starting anymore. So, I mean, you never really know. But I think that this is a guy that can definitely finish out in the top 5 in the conference.